Namaskaram. Today is our last episode on the relationship series. We have talked about relationship stress, love, communication, and relationship with ourselves. In today's episode, I wanted to cover something even more important in our daily life, which is our relationship with food. Now, as a dietitian, this is one of the questions I ask my patients or clients. Even before I just talk about food, I want to know what is their relationship with food. Most of the time, people are confused about what does that even mean. But again, this is an important question that we need to ask ourselves so we understand our own choices that we make in life and how these things can have an impact on our life. Now, we all know that food is meant for the nourishing the body and the mind, and that is so we should be eating according to that concept. However, modern times, we are influenced by a lot of factors when we make food choices. It is influenced by our physical image, social settings, culture, habits, emotions, and even health issues. So naturally, we're not always making choices that are optimum for our well-being, but more guided by so many other factors which can influence our food habits. In today's video, you will learn how to assess your own relationship with food, both from a modern and an Ayurvedic perspective. And you will also learn how to identify your own patterns in food choices and how to improve that in order to support your health and well-being. Welcome to my channel, VPK Nutrition, Modern and Vedic Integrative Wellness. Welcome back, everyone. First of all, a heartfelt thank you to all my viewers and my subscribers. If you haven't already done so, please do consider subscribing. And if you find this helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And also, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments, and so share your feedback. And if you think this can benefit someone else, please do share them so they can be benefited as well. So let's begin with today's topic. So what does relationship with your food actually mean? Like I said, most people are confused about that question. So it can show up in several ways. Number one, you may be eating food when you're not hungry, but based on habit or the time on the clock. Number two, fear around food choices and how this may help affect your health. Number three, feeling confused if you're eating the right food or the wrong food for your body. Number four is using food as a comfort and soothing your emotions and emotional eating. Again, none of these things are conscious choices. These become part of your habits over a long period of time, and you're actually doing this unconsciously. So being aware of these things in your own life and how you respond to food will help you change your habits for the better and have better health. First one is Vata patterns. Now, Vata can manifest in several different ways. Number one, irregular eating or grazing all through the day with little meals rather than eating an actual proper meal. Number two is craving salty snacks. Now, salt is a combination of fire and water dominant. So these are the two elements that Vatas need for balancing. So naturally, when the Vata is out of balance or elevated, they crave salty snacks. Number three, overthinking their food choices and also fear and anxiety around food choices because they're not sure they're eating the right thing and how it will affect them. Number four is skipping meals or forgetting to eat because of their poor memory or when they're stressed or distracted. Again, remember, these are all not conscious choices, but these are like tendencies that Vatas generally have, or people with Vata tendencies definitely go through. So over a period of time, what happens is this leads to further imbalance of Vata, causing a lot of GI problems like gas, bloating, indigestion, constipation, and also in the mentally it causes anxiety and fear and nervousness and all of these symptoms that people start to see, especially in the modern world that we live in today. Second one is the Pitta pattern. Now, Pittas generally have a very sharp digestion called Tikshana Agni, and they can pretty much digest anything that they eat because it is very strong. And their patterns manifest in a few different ways. Number one, they have strong hunger And when they're not given food right away, they get very irritable. This hangry is associated with the Pitta digestion. Number two, they prefer to have routines, and they usually eat by the clock. So they kind of, like I mentioned before, they're not always looking at the hunger signals, but looking at the clock and eating according to that. Number three is when they're working so intensely on something, they can forget to eat or skip meals. And then later on, they get very angry and hungry and angry, and then they reach for bad choices, whatever is available at that point, or maybe they eat too much to quench that hunger that they feel within. Number four, they can become very focused on the right diet or following a particular diet, and which is really good, but at the same time, it can also become very rigid at times because of their black and white thinking. Number five is there can be a lot of confusion between what is healthy and what is not. So healthy choices versus unhealthy choices. Over time, this kind of skipping meals can lead to indigestion, heartburn, hyperacidity, ulcers, autoimmune diseases, inflammation, and even skin disease. Number three is the Kapha patterns. Now again, Kapha is usually have Manda Agni or very slow digestion. So, and also they also love food. So definitely food is a source of comfort for them. In the Kapha person or Kapha imbalance or a Kapha pattern is usually manifests in a few different ways. Number one is emotional comfort from food when they're feeling sad, lonely, or stressed. Number two is craving sweets, rich, creamy, or heavy foods. Number three is eating out of habit rather than following their hunger signals. Number four, they have very slow digestion, so they don't have a lot of hunger signals to begin with. And number five, once they start eating for comfort, it is really hard for them to stop eating. So again, over time, this can lead to sluggishness, obviously indigestion, cause a lot of depression, and also weight gain. So as you can see, there are three different patterns of behavior when it comes to food and relationship with food, and none of them are right or wrong. It just shows you your natural tendencies. Now, once you understand your natural tendencies, it is a little easier to work around it so you can make healthy choices and get rid of any of the fear or anxiety that you have around food. So let's look at some practical ways to improve our relationship with food. Step one is observe without judgment. So there are three things I want you to observe for a few days. Number one is, when do you actually eat? What are the timing of your meals? Number two, are you eating out of habit or because you're hungry? Number three, what do you feel before and after a meal? Do you have any GI symptoms like gas, bloating, etc.? Do you have any heartburn? Do you have any sluggish feeling? So these are some things that you can write down so you can assess your own body, how it is responding to these kinds of things. Step two is identify your pattern. Are you grazing all through the day, not eating proper meals? Are you skipping meals and then making bad choices or getting very hangry by the time you get to eat? Or number three, are you eating to soothe some kind of emotional issues that you're facing? Step three is, once you're aware of your patterns, make small shifts. Little changes will go a long way. If you identified Vata patterns, then you try to follow a routine and eating proper meals 3 times or maybe 4 times if it's smaller meals, but follow the dosha clock. The meal time should be based on the dosha clock that I've shared before. Again, sit down, eat calmly without any distractions, because Vata needs to be grounded while they're eating so they can digest their food. And also choose warm, moist, freshly cooked, freshly prepared foods and not too many raw or cold foods, because that can be very imbalancing for Vata. If you identified Pitta patterns, then make sure you don't skip your meals to get to the point of hangry and make bad choices or overeat, but plan ahead, have a schedule for your meals, and then make sure you have nutritious choices for every meal that is suitable for your body. If you identified Kapha patterns, again, eat lighter meals, not heavy, creamy foods or too much sweet foods. Again, emotional eating is a big problem for Kapha. So naturally, if you're feeling very sad, angry, or upset or stressed, then don't eat right away. Just drink some water, maybe take a nature walk, kind of calm yourself down first. You can do some pranayama breathing exercise or distract yourself with music or something else. Kind of bring yourself to a calmness, and then after that, sit down and eat your meal. Step 4 is a very important question you need to ask yourself. Am I eating because I'm actually hungry, or am I trying to fill some other part of myself or nourish some other part of my being, physical, not necessarily physical, but could be mental as well. So this is an important question you got to ask yourself. So if you think it is a physical hunger, you've just eaten a little while ago, maybe you're thirsty, so you can drink a little bit of water to see if that goes away, and wait for about 10-15 minutes. And if it's still there, then yes, go ahead and eat something. But if you find that it is more emotional, or you're feeling very stressed or lonely or bored, then you have to first calm your mind down before you eat so that you digest your food better. So here you can do those things like the pranayama, listening to music, taking a walk in nature, journaling, chanting, etc. So again, this is the awareness is so important in order to make healthy choices. And this pause is actually very healthy because it helps you identify the true hunger from false hunger. So you're not overeating or overfeeding yourself to fill some other part of yourself, not necessarily your physical health. In conclusion, in today's world, many people are stressed, overstimulated, emotionally exhausted, and disconnected from themselves and others. So food becomes a lot more than nourishment. It becomes a source of comfort, distraction, stress relief, and even something that fills an emotional void. There is a saying that says that love is the food for the soul and food is food for the body. So when we feel that our emotional needs are unmet, we unconsciously reach for food for comfort. So again, we know that is just a temporary fix. It doesn't really heal you in the long run. So it's important that we develop a better relationship with our food. Once we start making better choices and recognizing our patterns and making healthy choices, automatically our relationship with ourselves and others will start to improve. Now, conversely, the relationships with others also influence how we feel. So naturally, that also helps with our food choices. So as you can see, the relationships with stress, love, communication, and with ourselves and food, they are all interconnected very tightly. So naturally, we have to work on all of these levels in order to find balance within and make that inward journey and find that peace and joy that we all crave so much, way more than we crave for food. As you can see, food is not the enemy here, but our disconnection is. So awareness gives you the tools to move forward and start our healing journey. So if you found this helpful, please like it. Please share your thoughts in the comment section because I would love to read that. And if you find this helpful and you think it might help other people, please do share it with them as well. Again, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. So again, listen to your body, observe your mind, and heal yourself. And again, I'll see you with another episode soon. Have a wonderful week ahead.